Cup of tea, like Steve. What, fancy a cup of tea, did you? There you go.
Oh, didn't see you there, guys. Welcome back to the show.
I'm Steve.
And I'm Bootsy.
Hey, fun. Tanu. Lost the plot, the guy. Oh, we're back on it. We're back on the YouTube. We got the band, didn't we? They took a video down, you know. They tried to stop the guy.
Aye.
I was saying to Steve, though, they'll not keep with me and him doing for very long, won't they not, Steve?
Aye. We can't even really say too much about it either, really, because if we repeat what was said, then obviously this I'll get banned. Oh,
you only get 4 chances, and we've had 1. We got a what was that thing we had at Christmas time? And now we had a copyright
claim because we made a compilation of our favourite Christmas songs, like a top 10 countdown, and obviously we had loads of songs in, and it got pulled.
We thought we were top of the pop, didn't we, Steve?
I think we might be. I've still got the original footage of that. You know, we might be able to put out on Facebook this year.
Oh, that'd be great. That.
And,
Now we'll do a new one. We'll do a better one.
We'll just put out a throwback one.
My picks were crap.
What doing that again?
My eye was easy.
Could do. It wasn't easy though. What was I gonna say? So basically, last week we just said a few home truths about a few hot topics, and we got.
What was it about again?
COVID-19.
You can't say that.
No, you can't even say COVID-19 there, where you get taken, dude.
Well, you had to beep that bit out.
No, you can say COVID-19.
Can you?
Oh, yeah, but you wouldn't know, like.
Watch if you get this video took, dude, and you're getting sacked.
But if this video gets taken, dude, I quit. I'm not taking this anymore. So basically we just pointed out a few things that have been said in the news. So we didn't even really give our opinion on anything. We just pointed out things that were actually happening, and then we got taken down for going against the World Health Organization's COVID-19 guidelines. And I even tried to appeal it, and I actually wrote, can you tell us specifically what it is was said, like what went against the guidelines? And
you wrote to YouTube, did you?
In the sentence they just replied with like a generic email, we've reviewed the footage and same as what the first one said.
Yours sincerely, Mark Zuckerberg.
So it's like 1 of 4 strikes, you get a whistle, then you get a yellow card, an orange card, then a red card. So we've got 3 more strikes till we're out of here.
It's pretty cool that we had the whistle though.
But no, if that does happen, there is this other thing called Rumble, which I've actually looked into this week, and I set up an account. Rumble, and it's like YouTube, and it's still like people with millions of views on it and that. And it's not censored, and it's not controlled by.
Isn't he Filta?
It's not controlled by the guy.
Is it not?
Man.
But you know what it is?
Some bloke who got banned off YouTube and went onto there, he made $1 billion.
Really? Mm-hmm. Who was it?
I can't remember.
Do you know what is mad though? Our videos literally get, 200 views on YouTube, which is absolutely nothing. Like, in the deleting our video.
It's mental.
Imagine how many videos they're actually deleting, like, of just people having an opposite opinion to what you're supposed to think.
I know. And then
it's crazy, eh?
And funnily enough, this week in the news, and I think I can say this because it's fact. So YouTube, if you're watching, this is not misinformation. This is fact of the news out there.
I wouldn't even say this.
Pfizer executives have came out and admitted that they never tested the vaccine for spread. They never said it, even though they said at the time it would stop the spread, and all that, they've now said they didn't have no idea.
Honestly, aye.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not giving an opinion on it. That's just the fact. That's what's happened.
And there was me thinking, I'll get the Pfizer one, that's the good one. Then we're just as clueless as what was the other one called?
I don't know, but I honestly didn't think we should say an email because we will get taken down.
You keep bringing it up. I tell you not to say it out, Steve.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, what? So you can't just say a fact.
Not allowed to say it.
You're not allowed to just say something that's actually true.
Take on Harry Potter when they're not allowed to say Voldemort.
You're not allowed to say a fact because it goes against what narrative they're trying to paint.
Aye.
And now we're not allowed to swear, but that's bullshit, guys.
Hey, great times we're living in, guys.
Speaking of people getting banned.
Ban, yeah.
What about that Alex Tate guy?
Alex Tate? He's not called Alex Tate.
Oh, Andrew Tate.
Who's he, like?
That kickboxer.
Cobra Kai, the top G.
Aye.
A lot of people love him.
I see, I've never really looked into him that much. But what bits I had seen, I was just like, I didn't understand why he's got banned. He's not saying anything banned, sorry. He's not saying anything too mental, is he?
Aye.
Then why did it look into him the only, didn't we?
Aye.
And what was your opinions on the guy?
Well, actually, I wrote some of his quotes down. And
well, he has, before getting to the quotes, he has a little
yes,
bio.
There's a question, Reed.
Yeah, I'm going to build it up.
And then answers it as hell.
I'm going to build it up, then you can do that. So if you're living now, Andrew Tate, also known as Top G, is a British-American 35-year-old former kickboxing champion and reality TV show star.
What reality TV show was
He's
he
on
on?
Big Brother, apparently.
Was he actually? What, as a celebrity or as a one of these nobodies?
Pass. Who is now one of the most controversial and spoken about names on the internet. He is the founder of Hustlers University, an online mentorship community that shares tips and cryptocurrency stocks, affiliate marketing and copywriting. Tate also owns multiple businesses, including OnlyFans agency. Due to his hot takes and persona, he has been banned on nearly every single social media platform, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube.
What's this OnlyFans agency like?
I'm guessing he helps people be successful on OnlyFans. I don't know.
OnlyFans. So does he own OnlyFans?
No.
So he's got an OnlyFans agency.
So people go to him and he'll help them set up OnlyFans and tell them how to make money off it and stuff. I don't know.
It's not hard. You get on the internet and set an OnlyFans account on.
I don't know.
Mean you've got one, haven't we? You can watch a video of me doing the pepper grinding motion on Steve.
Might have to get on there for get banned.
Oh, yeah, no.
But anyway,
Andy Ruiz is on OnlyFans. Do you know that?
is he?
Aye, because look, the boxers are doing new. You can pay a subscription to his OnlyFans, and he's taking he's working the bags with his bollock suit and all that. He's fucking corny.
How do you do that?
No, it's not. It's just you pay for footage that nobody else sees. But why would you be wanting to buy that? But it must work for him. It must work for that guy.
Just an extra revenue stream, innit?
Aye. But did you watch the Piers Morgan with Andrew Tate?
Yeah.
Piers Morgan, we just beat him out there. Piers Morgan knocked it up, you know. Like, the things that he homed in on, you know what Piers Morgan's like, he won't let anyone speak. Andrew Tate come out of that interview looking sound.
Did he?
He made Piers Morgan look like a complete moron. And it wasn't the fact that he was arguing with him, like, because he couldn't get a word in edgeways anyway. He was just like, Piers Morgan was calling him misogynistic and all that for stuff that isn't misogamy or whatever it is.
Misogyny.
Aye, I don't know. But
Misogyny.
but the amount of things that he has said that he could have brought him up for is mad. That he would like home in on these stupid things that he did say. Like Piers Morgan just looked like a weapon for it. Anyway, I wrote some down what Andrew Tate has said. Tell us what you think of these. Oof, that one's a bit mad for the first one. Like let's not go with that one. So he's basically said depression isn't a real thing. Where the quote is, so people defend depression, they get angry when I say this because they need this bullshit to justify their own failures. That's harsh, that. Like, depression is 100% a real thing. And now that I don't understand it because I luckily haven't been in that position to ever be depressed. But the people that do get depressed, it must be awful.
It's definitely real.
100% it's real. So that makes me think that he's a bit of an arse for saying that. Like,
what else has he said?
you know what? I do get a lot of people do say that they're depressed because I know people that have done it and have went to the doctors and they're now on the sick saying that they are depressed.
100% people take advantage of it now. Like
because you can't prove it, can you?
Now mental health's more of a talked about thing. There'll definitely be people saying, "Oh, I can't come to work today because I'm depressed."
Aye.
But like you say, you cannot.
But even over here, you get a mental health day. Mental health day. Anyway, number one. Oh, you know what it is? Knocked it off there. One of the best things about being a man is being territorial and being able to say that is mine. By extension, this is another quote. By extension, and it kind of relates to the other one. By extension, if I have responsibility over her, then I must have a degree of authority. She's talking about like owning the bird that you're with. He was on about as well. He was saying, if your lass had an OnlyFans, did he hear him? If your lass has an OnlyFans, then that money should go to the man. Aye.
Yeah.
Aye. Anyway,
I don't agree with them comments. Like
none of them. I know. Like, and this is why I was wondering about the Piers Morgan. If anyone watched the Piers Morgan thing, write in the comments what you thought, because I thought it was crap. If you put yourself in a position to be raped, you must bear some responsibility. No.
Anyway.
Nah.
How can you put yourself in a position to be raped?
I don't know. I really don't know what he's on about.
Could happen under so many different circumstances. So how can you put yourself in that position to be raped? Aye.
Give yourself some responsibility. Yeah, you know, it's neither wonder he got cancelled. Like, he does say a lot of stuff which it sounds mint. Like, I was watching one of his videos the other day and I was thinking, awful lot more people just thought like that. That's really good, right? I'll tell you what he said. And I went to work that day thinking, oh, getting stuck in the day. He was saying, instead of thinking, oh, I've got to go to work today, or I've got to go to the doctors, or I've got to go and get my car fixed. It was something like that. It was like, you've got to try and think, I get to go to work today. I get to go to the doctors, because obviously a lot of people can't have a doctor. A lot of people don't have a job. A lot of people can't have a car to get fixed. You know what I mean? So you've got to think, I get to do this today. Even though it's something that you might normally think is shit, you've got to think, I get to do this, because we're lucky as f***. Even you's watching this on YouTube, you get to watch us on YouTube today. Isn't that great, that?
He does say a lot of stuff. I've seen some stuff that I thought was good and all, but do you think that all this other stuff he says, he was doing it for attention, for views, and to get his name out there? Obviously, it's backfired now because he's been cancelled about everything.
He's back though, isn't he?
Is he?
Well, I watched a video of his. He's got a podcast, and if that's not his brother, I'll eat my hat. He's exactly the same as him, just with hair. The tag the same. His accent's crap, isn't it? What is that? Where's he even from?
Oh, he's British American.
Don't want to say too much. He might. If we take off, he might delve back into it.
Kick your head in.
Aye, might flip out. What about this one? Why would you want to be with a woman who's not a virgin anyway? She has used goods, second hand. He's minging, isn't he? What's all that about?
I disagree with that, mate.
Aye.
I would rather, personally, if I was, on the market and I wouldn't be looking for a virgin.
I know.
Would that be like in your Tinder bio, looking for a virgin? That's creepy as
isn't it? It's creepy.
Out.
Aye, it is creepy.
Can we best not swear, yeah, guys?
Aye, try not to swear, Steve, man. That's 40 bar you with that job.
You've been swearing, I've been sitting here fizzing and thinking there's another half an hour editing.
Is it actually hard to do? Yeah, man, just give us that laptop, I'll start doing it.
Jesus.
We'll have
with some paper and a pack of crayons.
What about this one? This is another one that's Raj. I'm not a rapist, but I like the idea of just being able to do what I want. I like being free.
Is that Andrew Tate?
Alex Tate, aye.
Aye, right,
I got them crayons right, Andrew, dude.
What?
Isn't it? Like, we were thinking through the week, we had like a bit of a discussion with the girls, didn't we? The guys and the girls were sat doing before, what do we think of Andrew Tate? Just like conversation. And none of us knew who he was, so we started watching these videos. I watched him with Pierre Smoke and I was thinking, he's actually not that bad. And then I looked into this and I was thinking, Christ. And then the last one, read the Bible. Every single man had multiple wives. Not a single woman had multiple husbands. It's against the will of God. It's disgusting. And he's like going on about a bloke can go with any amount of women that he wants, and then a lass can only ever be with one man. He's a divvy.
Aye. See, there is a line.
That is misogamy, is it?
Misogyny.
Gotta be.
Aye.
Is it or not?
I would say so, aye.
What is misogyny? It is misogamy? You're an idiot, yeah.
It's misogyny.
Watch me flip out in a minute.
It's basically just putting like women down and being like sexist towards women and like thinking that men are superior.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I didn't come on my own programme to get megged by ye.
So I mean, but the whole getting cancelled thing, like, I don't know where I stand of it. Like, I like free speech, and like obviously it was a bit of a pain when our video got took down, and obviously you've got loads of people getting cancelled that now. And this Aled Jones.
Aled Jones, which one's that then?
Andrew Jones.
Oh, you were showing us, weren't you? Aled Jones, he's good.
Oh, right, Alex Jones. I'll get
on
to him in a minute.
Get on to him in a minute. He's going to get on to him in a minute.
But Andrew Tate, like, do you think he should have? Do you think it's right that he's being banned, or do you think it's stupid how people get banned?
I think everyone's entitled to an opinion, whether you like it or not. And if you don't like him, then watch him.
Aye, I agree with that.
Aye. So I might say some Raj stuff, but that's just him. You didn't have to like everybody.
You could just come with a disclaimer at the start, like, these opinions might not be for everyone or whatever.
Like, some of them quotes that I just read out are disgraceful.
Because
like,
where does it stop? Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like, now you get banned for having an opinion on COVID and stuff.
I know, aye.
It's not even if I have an opinion, just expressing a fact about COVID.
But you know what? Isn't this like... Isn't that tyranny?
Aye.
Like, you weren't allowed to go against Hitler and that. Else you get punished.
It is.
And I know getting a video banned off YouTube isn't in any great deal a big punishment, but like you say, where does it stop?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the next step?
The Great Reset.
I mean, you just get resetted into the coffin.
But another guy who's been cancelled, so Alex Jones, you might be aware of him. He's another kind of...
Alex Jones is the lad that sings The Snowman.
I know, aye.
You were saying Alex? Is that him?
This is Alex, man. Aye, Alex Jones off The Snowman's been banned.
Need more walking in the air.
Alex Jones, so he's like a internet kind of personality, has loads of controversial opinions on...
You know what it is? I
different
didn't know
topics.
anything about him.
Him.
I'd seen him for the first time when you showed us him the other day.
And basically, right, he's been ordered to pay Sandy Hook families, so it was like a massacre, mass shooting thing.
Sandy Hook.
Aye. He's been ordered to pay the families $965 million for false crisis actors claims, whatever that means.
What does he mean?
Basically, he said that the Sandy Hook school shooting was a hoax and that the kids weren't dead and that they were actors.
Oh, really? What's given him that idea, though?
I don't know, he's a mental conspiracy theorist, isn't he? There's other stuff that he said was like bang on, but he also goes over the top, like. But you know, isn't that ridiculous? What was it, 965 million or something? Like
For the families.
He's obviously not going to have that kind of money.
Just for saying his opinion, what he thought. It is a bit of a rage thing to say, though. Imagine that you were one of the parents.
It's a very insensitive thing to say. Like,
why would you even say anything about it?
But 965 million, he's obviously not going to be able to pay that amount of money.
So that's him bankrupt, isn't it? Then he needs to declare himself bankrupt and start again under another name. That's what they say, isn't it?
And so there's him, and then also this week Kanye West got cancelled off Instagram and Facebook or something, didn't he? Because he was saying anti-Semitic things. But I do think it's something else with him though, because you know how he's done this whole White Lives Matter t-shirt and that, and he's obviously dead controversial. He puts all these text messages on his social media and that with people he's like got drama with, and obviously all the a lot of other famous black people and that, like Puff Daddy and that, were like saying, yeah, it's not on, you can't be selling the White Lives Matter t-shirt and stuff. And Kanye West was pointing out how the Black Lives Matter was a scam. I know how it's now been proven to be a scam.
I was just trying to look up there what they actually spent it on.
The woman who set it up spent however many million on like a mansion, and she's now being caught out and all that.
Aye.
So he's kind of just making a political statement, I guess.
Absolutely disgraceful, that.
Just capitalising off that whole
I know,
that guy a few years ago.
Aye, that was absolutely disgusting. Like, I was reading something the other day and it was saying, because obviously the main woman, she just spent it on mansions and all that, but obviously when a massive business like that, they've got other people at the top as well.
Aye.
They were spending on private jets and strippers and prostitutes and everything, man.
But no, all charities, all they are businesses. There's
It was,
only
supposed,
like 2%.
it was supposed to go to the community.
Aye.
Like that, the communities like that are struggling.
Yeah.
Especially where that happened.
It snowballed from that George Floyd, didn't it?
Especially where that happened, aye.
Yeah.
And then they've went and spent it on where aye.
It's mental. It is crazy that, like, capitalising off people's misery and that. So so he's getting a lot of heat for that. And then he said something about Puff Daddy, about how he thinks that it's the Jewish community who control Puff Daddy's every decision in that. So he reckons that he's been influenced by that lot, and he said something about Jews run the world and have all the money or something like that.
Wait a day.
Can't see that one.
Why?
Can't see
It's
things
fact.
like that. Is it?
Why aye? What are you on about? It's just fact that the Rothschilds are Jewish.
Well, you've Kanye West been banned for it. We're gonna get banned for it, aren't we?
Nah, it's fact that the Jewish are like they do have all the money.
So he went on.
I think anyway.
He was on.
I always thought that.
He was on. LeBron James has a podcast called The Shop, and it's like a barber shop. And
Had there just a second before I get cancelled, Reese. Not necessarily a bad thing that they have all the money. It's just that's just how it is. Someone's got to have the money, haven't they? But I don't know how far, whatever. And there's loads of conspiracies about the Jewish, like what they called I kind of think. We'll get in on it next week, eh? We'll look it up.
Right.
Zionists?
Aye.
It's like a branch of Judea. I don't know much about it anyway, but I know for a fact there's a lot of money that, like, the Rothschilds, I'm sure they're Jewish.
So Kanye...
Oh, actually, sorry, I keep interrupting you. Do you know after Greta Thunberg and all that? Do you know she's a direct granddaughter of one of the Rothschilds?
Is she?
It's looking like she's been put in there to start this climate battle.
How dare you?
We'll have to get in on this.
Right, we'll have to do some research.
As if she's the grandchild of one of the Rothschilds. That's mad.
Yeah.
Hey, what a world we're living in, guys. Hey, this is your new Filta podcast, guys. And if you don't mind, press like and subscribe. Thanks.
So I don't understand why Kanye West now got his bee in his bonnet about Jews, but
he said he was going to go on. He's going to go on DEFCON 3 on them. Whatever that means.
He said he's going to go DEFCON 3.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Doesn't sound good though.
Sounds like a festival to me.
He's going to go hard style on them.
Is that what he means? Is that what it actually means?
I don't know.
Interesting.
What did he say? DEFCON
3. I'm going to go get the quote up.
I'm googling it.
Get the quote up. I'll keep the
DEFCON 3
audience
is.
Interested while you're looking for it. Oh, put us on the spot there.
What does DEFCON 3 mean? DEFCON 3 roundhouse. Increase in force. Readiness above that required for normal readiness. So basically, if the army goes on DEFCON 3, it means like they're ready for war, kind of thing.
Oh, speaking of that, sorry, go on.
So,
you were into something.
So Kanye West was he was booked to be on the LeBron James podcast this week, and it was apparently been booked for weeks. And I had a conversation on the phone the day earlier, just to go over what they were going to talk about and that. And apparently Kanye was being like fine on the phone, just like normal, laid back and all that. And oh yeah, right, sounds good. And then the next day he came on the show and they recorded it and that. But apparently he just went in and started saying loads of apparently anti-Semitic comments.
Why?
So then LeBron James and that made a statement, say, oh look, because they've been advertising Kanye West on this week and that. And he said, oh look, Kanye West did come on, but we're not going to air the episode because we're not going to ever let our platform be somewhere for hate speech and all that. So they've just they're not airing it.
You can't just like just because one person has done you wrong, you can't go in on a whole group of people.
Don't understand why he's got it in for them though.
Yeah, well that's what I was saying. Maybe we'll have to go in it and find out why.
Aye.
And see why Kanye West's hating on the Jewish community so much. He's coming across like a moron to me. I was watching an interview with him, I think he did for CNN, and I don't know if he's so clever or if he's just
sometimes
deluded. Or
sometimes I think he's mint. I think sometimes
I was confused.
And sometimes I like some of the stuff he says. I think I'll get in, like good on him. And I think I like how he just speaks his mind a lot of the time. But then other times I'm just like, nah. Sometimes he goes too far.
I always and you didn't really see that much of him anymore. I don't think these days.
Right,
like he's cancelled, isn't he?
Did you follow him on Instagram? I follow him on Instagram every single day. There's just loads of posts, like his screenshots, all his text
every
messages
day.
And that. Until he got cancelled, all the time.
No way, because I do follow him on Instagram, so I'm not seeing it.
Until like the last week or so, he'll go quiet, and then all of a sudden he's been blowing up his Instagram and loads of like text messages and that, like from like his ex's sisters and all that, saying like they're full of it and all that stuff, and like all this stuff about like trying to get, his kids and all that, saying how they used them and all this stuff. But that's probably another topic, that, guys. But speaking of like,
what are you going on Kanye West there? What do you reckon, Kanye West? Is he good or bad? Is he a good guy?
Nowadays,
what do you reckon? Do you want to be running for president?
I'm kind of I don't know. I used to love Kanye West, obviously as like a rapper and that. And his first few albums are unreal.
Oh, aye.
And the contributions he's made to like music. And like when he came on the scene, he did pretty much change like the scope of like what rap music was. It took a different direction, you know what I mean? And like his production and all that. And it became like went from like being gangster rap and all that sort of stuff to like people wearing polos and like backpacks and like different style. It wasn't as aggressive anymore, but it was good and it was like funky and all that. Kind of brought like some of the old traditions back a bit. But then he just got to a point where he got massive and he started going on interviews saying that he was God and all that, and he's obviously got mental health problems as well. Like,
do you think?
100% he has. He's got bipolar, hasn't he?
Aye.
So I explained that one, Andrew Tate.
I know,
it's not real.
Wait, We're gonna call you Andrew Tate. What do you reckon?
Aye.
Yeah,
Andrew Tate.
aye. Yeah, aye. Aye, but I was. Have you seen that school thing that Kanye's set up? That Donda. It's looking to me like a cult.
Oh, really?
Aye, we had to get in on Kanye West. We'll make a full episode about
I will
him,
do a Kanye episode, eh?
and we'll get to the bottom, whether he's a good guy or a bad guy.
Gotta get him on the show, eh?
Well, aye, we'll get him on.
Get with triple band.
We'll get him on, aye.
But I guess speaking about political correctness.
Aye.
Can't man, I do that at least once a week.
Yeah, man, the lad I work with, he called the kitchen the chicken the other day. Now the chit in the K. Got it mixed up. Too many bongs,
Did
the
you
guy.
see that photo? Leila actually sent in a group chat where it was I'll put it up here. Take it away.
Gingerbread man.
Aye. Organic genderless gingerbread figures. Vegan. $2.50.
$2.50.
But organic genderless gingerbread figures. Where does it end?
I know.
You can have gingerbread men, have gingerbread women. Like, why you gotta have a genderless gingerbread?
Aye. You know what it is, you can politically correct as you want, but the star was going to be ginger, aren't they?
You know?
They never get rid of that.
Why don't they say genderless gingerbread men?
Aye.
Yeah, that's gonna mess the nursery rhyme up, innit? Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread guy.
Aye.
What else? Oh yeah, there was another one actually. This is actually in the Daily Mail. I'll put the screenshot on there. Techno Tate away. Why nobody should be using the thumbs up emoji in 2022. Gen Zers say they feel attacked whenever they see a passive-aggressive thumbs up emoji. According to a recent poll of 2,000 young people aged 16 to 29, emojis used by old people include the including the thumbs up, the red love heart, the OK hand, and the grimacing face.
What's wrong with a red love heart, like? That's been around for centuries, that.
They think that the thumbs up emoji, when you like someone's message, that it's passive aggressive.
Aye, it can be, but who gives a who cares? Because sometimes, you know, like I can see where that's coming from. Because if like,
aye,
you know, if you're like, oh,
it's a bit dismissive.
Do you know, like if someone's say like at work and I'll take the piss, oh, what do I do? But you know, if someone's like hung a sink like that, you'd be like, oh, aye, looks mint that.
Aye.
You know what I mean? And obviously
like sarcastic.
Aye, but who cares? It's funny.
So you can be used in the sarcastic sense, but it can also be used in a dismissive way. Like now, like if someone texts you a big, massive, long, like paragraph of like details of something that's happened and all that, and obviously they're probably expecting like a response.
You did it to me the other day.
You just take like.
What was wrong with you? What was wrong with you the other day? You did it to me. I was looking at. Who does he think he is? And all the while I was watching you doing playing games with Rob. I was sitting here, I hurt me feeling there. I was sitting how Tate Tatty.
Well, sometimes, you know.
Give me the thumbs up, how Tate Tatty.
But sometimes I just feel like a message doesn't require a response. I don't know how to reply to it. I'm like, I need bother. Do you know what I mean? What I'm meant to say.
We live together. We're in group chats together, and I'm expecting them while you're on somewhere else and all.
I'm texting you in another group chat, and then you expect us to reply in the one-on-one chat at the same time.
You were playing that samples game, and I wasn't a part of it.
Yeah,
so I was
part of it.
You.
I send them in for everyone. Oh, hey.
Alex Day is that fault?
Do we have any other topics? I've got a few more notes on you. We're about 30 minutes now, guys, but I guess we're gonna get a few more bullet points through there.
Keep going.
So
5 bars just gone.
Impending nuclear Armageddon. I don't know why I laugh when I say that, but Ukraine blew up the Crimean bridge between Russia and Crimea. So Russia bombarded Kiev for 2 days, destroying critical infrastructure. And Zelensky, whatever you call him, aye, asked NATO to use preemptive nukes on Russia. They're not going to do it apparently.
What does that mean?
Send a few nukes.
It was Ukraine that blew the bridge up.
That's what I said, didn't I?
Oh, I don't know.
Ukraine blew up the bridge.
But what's Crimea?
But then, it's, I don't know. Let's have a look, guys. Let's get some.
Because Crimea is not a country. I think it's a region, isn't it?
Crimea is a peninsula on the northern coast of the Black Sea. So, a little bit. And they must have a bridge going between the peninsula and obviously Russia. Then in the news this morning when we were at the gym, I seen the headline on the telly and I looked it up. European Union senior chief warns of Vladimir Putin it is not bluffing neither and will respond to a Ukraine nuclear attack. So EU saying like if Russia wants to go there, they're gonna nuke them back.
Did that what they said? I'm not bluffing neither. I'm not bluffing neither, mate.
I literally do.
Who's saying that?
I
Like?
screenshot it. Look, it's on Sky News. That. Take it away, Techno.
Did you think I'm bluffing, mate?
The EU, not bluffing, more kid.
We're not at a straight.
Aye, straight.
Being straight.
I'm not blushing, I'm being straight.
I'm not blushing. We're not a part of the EU though, so that's involved England or what? Probably.
Well, you know.
Get dragged in.
But
as soon as America starts.
If we're involved or not, a nuclear war is something to, be worried about.
Do you know what it is though? Like everybody gets along. It's just the people that are in charge don't like each other.
It's
like a ball measuring contest.
Exactly, it is. It's like it's just a battle of egos and like getting one up on each other.
Have you seen the size of Putin?
It's tiny, isn't he?
Aye.
These are tiny battles.
Right.
That's probably why he wants to nuke
He's got the big nuke though, hasn't he?
Aye. He's trying to make it go for something else, isn't he? Well, these big nukes.
Now it is awful though because like the EU saying they're gonna destroy Russia now. For one bloke, the whole of them people, all them good people that are gonna get wiped out.
It's berserk, and it's always like your average guy, like.
And then they're gonna attack back, and
it's always your
always
your everyday citizens, like the people who are getting killed and whose houses and businesses are getting destroyed. We're always just pawns in these games for these posh.
Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Bloody, big egomaniacs who just think they're playing a bit of a game.
I know. What I mean? It does make you sick. Like, do you know what it is though? There's still when they dropped that bomb on Hiroshima and all that, they're still feeling the effects of that to this day, man. Sound like Johnny Wilder there. Speaking of him,
to this day.
Aye, speaking of him, he's fighting this weekend, isn't he?
Aye.
And then he wants Usyk. After that,
he would knock Usyk out.
Do you reckon? Aye.
Why aye?
And then he gets the belts though.
On Usyk as well, right? Everyone's like saying like, oh, Tyson Fury has to fight Usyk to prove that he's the best heavyweight of this era, right? But people are forgetting Usyk's only had 3 heavyweight fights.
One being Chisora.
One was Chisora, where I thought he got beat.
Aye. We've watched that a couple of times, and both times, both were cards had him doing.
And he beat AJ twice, who, let's be honest, he's not like the best heavyweight of the generation.
But even the second fight was a lot closer.
Aye.
And Joshua's, like
his style will always be Joshua, I think, unless Joshua knocked him up. But there's loads of heavyweights out there that would dust Usyk. I think he's not. I don't think he's the best heavyweight in any way.
Nah.
Like he's had 3 heavyweight fights. He says he's gonna have 2 more. So how can you consider him one of the greats?
He only wants 2 more.
I think he says he's got 2 or 3 more fights.
Then he's going to go back to him.
Or retire.
Well, fair enough.
So like,
must be nice, eh?
I don't think Fury has to necessarily fight him to prove he's the best. I'd be an interesting fight, but it's not like the 2 titans of the heavyweight division. Like he's a middleweight.
Who is the titans of the heavyweight division?
Obviously Fury. Now it is. There's loads of like good fighters in the heavyweight division, but there's no one who's as dominant as Fury is. That you've got some what you call the Juggernaut. That might be interesting.
He's up there.
If he keeps on winning.
He's getting on though, isn't he?
AJ is not it anymore, used to be. But there's some interesting fights in there though.
Do you know what? You can disagree if you want, Adam. Now, if you're going to disagree, mate, agree. But Wilder's the beast, like. Mm-hmm. He's knocking everyone out, but we'll see what happens this weekend. But
he's definitely gonna knock this bloke this weekend.
Do you reckon?
Why aye, 100%.
But like, there's say put him in against Joshua, he's gonna knock him out, isn't he?
I don't think many other heavyweights would beat Wilder, not because he's like a great boxer, because he's actually, when you watch some of his fights, he's like, his boxing technique isn't great, is it? But he's got that power, and he would knock anybody out, wouldn't he?
But the thing is, right, so say Wilder beats this bloke this weekend, then he does get the Usyk fight, and Usyk says he's a man of his word and he will give him the fight. Say Wilder beats him and gets the belts. Them are the belts that Fury wants to unify the division. Aye. So then they will get a fucking Fury Wilder 4.
I hope not.
And does anybody want to see that?
Nah.
I don't think I'll put myself through that again.
Pointless.
Do you reckon it's pointless though? Do you think that...
Well, Fury always says he doesn't care about belts.
He wants to unify the division though. Have you seen who was just called out, by the way? There's one belt that Fury hasn't got, and it's held by some proper nobody, and he's called him out, and I don't know his name, but
What belt's that like?
I don't know. But the bloke that...
The WWF Hardcore Championship.
I think it's someone Char or something like that.
Oh, was he German? Is he German?
Don't know.
I don't know.
Let's just keep the fans interested while I find it
out. We've got some fights this weekend, so obviously while I was on, that Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields is fighting. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Like,
yes, I know that's gonna be mint. That. Who do you reckon wins it?
I think Savannah Marshall. You know,
I'd love to say I shut her up. You know, honestly, man. Have you watched the press conferences?
I've seen
and that?
bits and bobs. Aye,
she doesn't let her talk.
Aye.
She just screams over the top.
And Savannah Marshall's more of a laid back person anyway, isn't
Seems
she?
lovely,
You can tell like the whole press conference thing isn't really her scene, but
she's staying the Northeast proud her.
But if you look at their records, right, they both had 12-1-12, but Savannah Marshall has won 10 by knockout, and that Shields has won 2 by knockout, so it's like kind of reversed. But like you were saying the other day, maybe that Shields has fought better opponents. I cannot say I've followed both their careers, so
that's what the experts are saying. But the way that Marshall's won has been by a lot more by kilos.
She looks like she's got kind of good power on her, like.
I hope she knocks her out, mate. It would shut her up, man. She's already been at once, you know.
Has she?
The fought like I think it might have been in the Olympics.
Did it?
2012 or something like that, and she won. And then since then they've both become pros. That's the only time they fought, and she won. Aye.
That's interesting, eh?
Aye. But then Shields has went on to win.
Loads of belts.
She won the Olympics after that. Must have been the next Olympics, and then they went pro, and then they haven't fought. Hopefully the Northeast gets the win.
Did you find out what you were looking for?
But good work keeping the viewers interested.
I guess I've only got one more little bullet point. Was the Conor Benn dramas with the whole drugs test? What do you reckon?
Nah, it's crap, isn't
Do you
it?
reckon he's a drugs cheat? Or do you reckon it's a big misunderstanding?
I was clinging on to the hope that it was a misunderstanding, but then since that all happened, it's coming to light that he tested, that it come up a few months ago. The same drug came up on a previous test.
Like,
it's a shame, man, isn't it?
Lightning doesn't strike twice, guys.
That's what they say.
And if you're still in that, it's the drug that was found in his system was a drug women used to get pregnant.
If they're doing that, they must have been living between a rock or a hard place. And
it also used by people as post-cycle therapy after they're coming off a course of steroids, something to do with estrogen levels and all that.
I think it's so your body starts creating its own, because if you're on the steroids and all that,
your body stops producing testosterone
because it's got too much,
like synthetic,
and then that kickstarts your testosterone being made again.
So
something like that.
So basically, he would have been coming off a course of steroids, thinking he'd left enough time for his drug test, coming off it, and then there was a trace of the post-cycle therapy stuff still in his system or whatever, and obviously it came up twice. So
Eddie Hearn's looking like a right divvy though.
Is he?
Aye, because
defending him
so hard in like if it wasn't his fighter, like what happened, wasn't it? Who was it meant to fight? Ruiz fought Joshua because that big baby Miller
he
had for steroids.
And Eddie Hearn was saying, how can you let the fight go ahead and he's been caught with this that, and the other.
But Eddie Hearn was trying his best to keep the fight going.
He's just a businessman at the end of the day, isn't he?
But the amount of money they must have lost on that fight.
I know, and that's he's torn with that brush for the rest of his career now, unfortunately.
Aye. So good luck Savannah Marshall, good luck April Hunter, who's also on the card. That'll be mint. Aye. I hope they both get the win.
Well, we've got you guys. I want to say thanks to Charlotte for sharing my show, Charlotte Linton. Check out VIP Tees if you live in the Gateshead area. They're not a naughty cake.
Gateshead!
As one of these new Filta mugs winging its way to you.
Oh yeah.
It's what the number one fans get for sharing my videos.
It's what day one fans get.
You get a nice new Filta mug. Thanks very much. Like, subscribe, share. If you've watched the video, why not hit that like button,
Yeah. If this was interesting to you, will you just do a favour and like and share it and press subscribe? Hey, we'll be on the 300 before long, Steve.
Aye.
Shall we wrap it up?
Alright, that's me done.
Oh, actually, I've got one more bit of daft trivia for you. Is this true or false? Sunglasses were invented in ancient China. So, when they were in court, nobody could see the facial expressions of the judges. Is that true or false?
True.
It is, aye.
Is it?
Did you know that?
No.
That's a fact for you.
That's interesting.
That's
isn't
a
it?
fun fact, guys.
Oh, well, there you go.
As if sunglasses were invented for that reason.
Aye.